On the next video in the Effectively Using series, you're gonna meet the hero who got his ring. You weren't expecting Olwen, were you? There are several units I have in my barracks that I use from time to time, but not enough to justify an Effectively Using video about them. Some are outdated, some are waiting for the right fodder, and some just don't have much comedic potential. My Enna is a good example. She actually used to be one of my favorite units to use in her prime, although sadly, those days are behind her. Maybe if I get my hands on the right fodder, I might modernize her. Olwen, or at least the green one, used to be among these misfits. That was, until two things happened. I got fodder, and I got Marth's emblem ring. I'd had a lot of fodder in the background, including an extra rearmed Reinhardt I've been looking to get Trace 4 from. I also had a spare Sonya, and a spare Plumeria, and Emblem Marth. So here we are! One thing that made me opt for this odd set was the fact that Trace 4 has a +7 damage bonus, including before battle specials. I wanted to utilize Trace 4 for that purpose even before I settled on Olwen, and with Caliburnus' +1 cooldown effect, I saw an opportunity to make something real goofy. With the help of Emblem Marth, Olwen only needs one initial hit to charge up her AoE. It kinda acts like Special Spiral in a way, since Caliburnus easily gets her cooldown back to full after attacking. Even without her AoE, she's still fairly formidable, especially with her lull in ploy. The reason I ran a squad skill rather than another still water in the S slot is simple. Ileana. Isn't it just my luck that after I made Effectively Using Ileana, rearmed Plumeria dropped, and instantly made my Ileana way more noteworthy? Oh, Faye, never change. No, seriously, stop changing. Stop! I was fortunate enough to have Olwen at +2 before giving her a proper set, and that was just one extra reason I kept her around in my barracks for so long. The main reason I hung on to her was because of her default C skill, Green Tomy XP. Am I the only one who puts high value in EXP and Valor skills? Seriously, they're so hard to come by nowadays, and no unit has been released with them in years. Sword Valor is the only Valor skill to be released on 3 units, that being Horsecrom, Grey, and Lean. There are 11 skills in total, only 4 of which are shared between 2 units. Half of the Valor skills are only on 1 unit! I get that there wouldn't exactly be a huge incentive to pull for something like Colorless Tome Valor, but come on. They're genuinely some of the hardest skills to get in the game. I was genuinely excited to get Summer Tiki and Winter Thracia in the year of our Lord 2024. That should tell you something. Come on, man, just make them seals or something. Throw me a bone. Something I discovered during this video's creation is that AoE users pair really well with Brave Alphonse. I had procrastinated on the August Stratum quests until the end of the month, so I ran Brave Alphonse at Olwen to help clear it. Great talent giving AoE users an extra 10 visible attack to draw from is wild. Sure, practically you're not going to get the opportunity to build great talent unless you're in reinforcement maps or, summoner duels. But you know how it is. AoE plus beefy visible attack equals the funny. This was actually just versus Lilith, by the way. What can I say? Clickbait calls. Anyway, I think I've talked for long enough. I think it's time we take Olwen for a spin. Actually, no, not this time. Now, I absolutely loved the addition of the montage into Sayri's video, but Olwen's a bit of a special case. In the past, I made the Effectively Using Shez and the Super Surge Shez montage separate videos, but during Effectively Using Sayri's production, I had an idea. What if I put them together? What culminated was my favorite Effectively Using video to date, and honestly, that's a formula sure to be used in the future. The difference with Olwen is that she's an AoE unit. Back when I made my Yulgur montage, I had a hard time with the editing, because it was pretty much the same thing over and over, reducing a foe's HP to 1, and defeating them instantly. Editing it together is kinda clunky and kinda boring if I'm being real. I'm not doing that again for Olwen when I can just show you some of her impressive wins on screen here. So yeah, apologies, but no montage this time. As one last topic of note, even if this video and Effectively Using Sayri are fairly different, Olwen and Sayri have a sort of camaraderie in my barracks. Both of them were modernized at basically the same time, and were the first units in my barracks to receive emblem rings. I even S-supported them and ran them together in Hero's Journey. They're great friends, or as historians will recount about them, they're great friends. There's one last thing the two of them have in common. Both their videos are going to end on a cliffhanger. It's long overdue, but thank you all for 1.5k subscribers. I want to do something a little special for y'all. If you didn't know, I consider Effectively Using Azura to be the first of the revival batch of Effectively Using videos. Unfortunately, there are some videos that were on my old channel that aren't available to watch anymore. This includes videos such as Effectively Using Celica, and honestly, I don't even know if I still have the video file for it. There were a few ones in particular that were extra special though. For those from the original channel's days, do you remember Effectively Reusing? On the next Effectively Using video, to celebrate 1.5k subs, we're gonna say hello to an old friend.